Hello. Hi. Let's check out a few things. All right. Man. Yeah. All right. Hill. Other game. It was on this list. This guy made this video of actual like hidden gems of games that have under 500 reviews, and it's incredible because there's so much stuff on there. It's like I honestly either I forgot it existed or like I've never heard about it. This is my first time even loading this game. So we got Vinny, Jones, Chuck, Percival, 10 races, 20 races, 30 races, 40 races. Good heavens. Let's go with Benny. Oh, you can. Okay. No, wait. No, this is your time trial. This isn't in first place, but like I've missed most of these things here. Oh shoot, dude's just flying by me. Fifth place. Ah, I thought I could pass it up. Finish line? There's a boost button, I guess, but okay, so there's different levels. This is Bunny Hill. What I don't know what that says. Lava Pass plus jungle. What? E. Close review. What happens if I hit this gold thing? Can I? Guess I can't. Hit one. Another one. They do. 7th place. And this is going well. Let's go for this. This is bad. Okay, so I guess the gold things are the boost. I see. Oh man. Speed. Oh my goodness. I'm flying. Holy smokes. Yo, that's incredible, dude. Was I going so fast? What did I do? What determines how fast you go? Yo, how did that even happen? What's the shortest distance you can go with? This is 0 meters. What does that mean? That's really stupid. Alright, at least you can customize however you want to. So this to 5. Oh, I should have got that thing. Oh, I missed another one. Okay. I have a strategy now. I have an idea of a goal. Dang it. Oh, they fell. Maybe it said the moat was the name of this level? I say it, man. Didn't make it. That's such a cool character design. How was that not in a game before this? Just want to see what the jungle looks like. Crap. I can imagine playing this with some people. This is the kind of game that I can imagine like people being together and playing Especially if there were like drinks involved or something, and somebody just puts the game on. Like, dude, I got this game you gotta check out. And it's this. In 4th place. I haven't even seen anybody else. Taken off a while ago. Okay, so I think if I go through all these things here, that raises my speed up. There's a benefit to go. Cool. That. And it was Luma Island is the other. I love that achievement and I hate it. What is this? Maybe. Nah. Maybe I should check out Onimusha, but every time I look at it, I'm like, I'm alright. That's what happened back in the day too. There was this one kid when I was in like, I think it came out. I think the PS2 came out when I was in 8th grade, and this one kid was telling me about, man, I gotta check out Onimusha, and I was like, why? He's like, man, you know how Resident Evil is? It's like Samurai Resident Evil, but like different. I'm like, I don't think it's really weird. It's always just been this like indifference. I feel like if I played one of the games, I'd probably really get it, but. Before I start playing this, I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I don't know. I'm halfway transparent. As empty as your soul. Alright. Let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. What are we doing over here? A new load. There's another game. Just trying every now and then, like every few years, like there'll be a game that'll be on my like something I'm paying attention to that I put off forever because I'm like, I want to get that, but do I? The opening of that is almost the cake is alive thing or whatever from Portal. It's not anymore. It transitioned to something else. Or it reminds me of it at least. Yo. Oh, that's almost my dude from Ghost Recon Wildlands. Yeah. Let's go with this. Let me get a picture of this because this is good. This is some good shit. I'm so cold. Oh. Interesting. It's a bug. It's like an inchworm. Oh well. Oh wow. Chop down the farm tree. Get this mushroom? Pick up the sawmill drawing. I'm gonna take that. Build a sawmill. Press X. A is build. Yeah, okay. want to get this farm boulder. Oh my goodness, it's a big thing. Okay, pick up the kiln drawing. Let's go take that. Go here. Put this here, I guess. Build a kiln. 3 wood, which I have. I know I have more than. Okay, I got those and another boulder, I guess. Let's break this one. What the hell is he eating now? Oh my god. I think he's getting into their trash. Hey! Happy New Year, man. My bad. Sorry to hear about your dog, too. I had no clue. I've been out of the loop on everything. I checked Facebook the other day. I was like, oh man, there's a lot of shit that's been going on I've not seen. What is this? What the hell is a rock spirit? Yeah, I used to be on all social media a lot more, and then I took a break from Facebook for a long time. I'm barely on there now, but I used to be on Twitter a lot more, and then once, I feel like right before Elon Musk bought it, it kind of changed in a weird way, so I just stopped going there too. And after that I was like, well, I guess I have nowhere to go. People like, go to Blue Sky and Mastodon, and like, I'm good. Luma Island, there we go. I almost forgot the name of it. It's a game where you run around and you punch rocks, I think. It's supposed to be pretty good. It's got very positive reviews right now. I don't know. I'm doing the tutorial at the moment, so. How do I get planks? Do I go here? Select recipe. Oh. I think I'm doing the right thing. I don't know. Does that just go on the floor if I'm not there? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, there's a. All right. So I have this. Now I have to do ore smelter drawing. Build an ore smelter. What's this? Charcoal. One of the complaints that people had with some of the reviews, like it's got mostly, I want to say it's very positive reviews, but there are a couple of negative ones as a result. And some of the complaints were like, it doesn't tell you how to do certain things or where to get certain things from, I guess. So I might be finding out about that right now. That's a copper axe. I'm hoping there's a chance one of these things breaks and has charcoal in it, but probably not. just happened? Did I farm to death? What is that? What the hell is a farm stone? What? What is happening? I can use twigs to make charcoal. Oh, I guess that does make sense. That's fine. Bundles of sticks. Yes, indeed. My main reason for getting this was it seemed like a good Steam Deck game, but there's some other games that also seem like good Steam Deck games, so I hope I didn't make a mistake. We'll see. There's a review that's up there for this game where the person's like, I think they said they're like 71 years old, and they're like, oh, this you guys need to take into account, you know, accessibility stuff, which I agree with, you know, especially nowadays. But the guy, he had like, he's like, oh, by the time I hit the 97-hour mark, you know, I realized that I couldn't complete one of these dungeons because some of the things moved too fast. He put that as like 90, let's say it's 93 hours. He has another 100 hours on top of that too, so I'm like, well, this game must be at least decent. It's a bad way to judge something. But he also said in his review, he's like, yeah, it's a negative review, but I don't think it's negative for everybody. Like, if you can play games fine, you'll be alright. So you have some sort of, like, you know, accessibility issue. Let's go to the town hall. I don't think I should have to go through a temple to get to the town hall. Let's see if I can break this to get to that treasure that's back there, because there's definitely something there. Okay then. I hate sand. I got a whip. I don't think I need to see these spirits. I think I don't need to see most of this stuff that I'm holding right now. I'm just gonna hide it. Watch it go back into my inventory anyway. You will. We're in the town. Oh my gosh, they have drawings. Wow. Did not expect that. I don't know why. It's been the biggest surprise so far with this game. can't seem to use the whip in town. What did you do this weekend? Oh, dude, I'm just super into jewelry crafting. You're into what? Hmm. Oh wow, this is just a store. This is the guy's shop. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see. Why would I not? Would I want to undo buying something? I mean, I guess you can only buy it one time. What is there to undo? This game does look pretty. Oh wow. Hang on. I didn't realize that that green thing was showing you where to go. Wait, there's cars in this game? And not that I don't expect to drive a car. It's just the fact that there are cars that exist in this game indicates that this is a more modern time period, I guess. My bad, Amir. Alright. Oh, it's a cat. Ranked by difficulty. So the cook, brewer, and treasure hunter are the easiest. Blacksmith, fisherman, and jewelry crafter are medium, and then this is the hardest. I mean, if you get a choice to have a career in a game, you don't get to be an archaeologist all that often. if I want to switch, I have to pay. That's fine. Just like the way this game looks. It looks really pleasant. As much as I like pixel art, this game not having pixel art, kind of nice. Trade your tools on Sylvia's anvil. Let's wait and see if we get the little glowing marks. It's not. You can pet the dog. Hooray. You can pet the cat too. Man, how did I get... I think it's left here. I didn't realize what time it was. Timer is still going, 4:50 something. He just disappears. Sir. It's silk rope. only place where I have 60 frames per second. Ah, day 2. 1 hour later, just like in real life. I found the watering can. All right. Well, this is the thing. Seems all right. If there's anything else I really need to check out. I'm still sitting here thinking about pinball effects and like, do I want any other tables? I feel like I'm alright. I think we got a good start, but the thing is that some of the other tables, like the Adams Family tables, like $3 right now. When the sale's over, it's gonna be, I think it's 10 for just the one table. So it's like, yeah, it's a good deal, but do I care? It's the catch. It's like, do you actually care, or is it just because it's on sale? The last day I played this. Does this game have controller support? I am here. Try to play this game. It's been. I think the last time I tried to play this game, I tried to play it on the Switch, and the Switch version plays. It's a playable version of the game. Optimal version of the game? Absolutely not. Didn't land, did I? Hey, timer. Gathering over here. This is it. This is a straight hit. Straight hit. There's no escaping that. I tried to dodge out of the way. Thinking if I dodge. Alright, let's go again. It looks like where I should be trying to go. I've got video game and face on right now. Not that you can see it, but still, I'm just super like focused, locked in. Say it. I don't think the kids say that. I don't think the kids ever said locked in. The kids back in the 50s probably said. I would say the 60s. I feel like normally when I do this, by this point, I would have a something. And Silk Song coming out. I'll put Silk Song. Beetle Queen, you have to tell me. This is not going. Hey, no. I should have waited. I just wanted to get through that before the difficulty jumped up. In a quest for something a bit more chill. It's actually not too bad because I mean, you die, whatever. Start like really quickly. Not Hotline Miami. Games. Yep. What was that? That Mega Man X Dive. I tried that on mobile and I didn't really care for it because it was just like I play Mega Man, I wanted to be Mega Man. I don't want to worry about like leveling up necessarily. I thought I owned a version of the Outer Worlds. What's up with these collections, dude? It's really weird when you look for collections for retro games and it's like, oh, this is mostly positive or it's mixed. It's like, what's wrong? It's like the emulation isn't right. It's like, is it? Is it really that bad? It could be. You never know. That caught me off guard. I'm looking at reviews for the game Metal Wolf Chaos, and one of the recent reviews is why the heart does the game change my Windows settings, and it's really funny because yeah. Refund requested. If you have Windows 11 and awesome hardware to run high-powered games, don't even try this one. Love it. Oh man. Richard. Man, I forgot about Zone of the Enders. Wow. Oh man. Steam is showing me some actually solid recommendations for once. Oh wow, those anime ladies are pretty. What is this? Is this not a game? Is this a visual novel? It's a visual novel that I thought was like a video game. Yes. Yeah, it definitely says visual novel in the description. I might as well get yet another version of Duke Nukem 3D. $1. This is how your library ends up being way too big to deal with. Serious Sam Classics. That's going for 99 cents. Agents of Mayhem is going for $2.99. I remember when that game came out and how excited everybody was. Like, oh, I'm gonna make a new Saints Row. It's not. Don't get your hopes up. $2017. I can't believe that game is. Oh my god, the game was 8 years ago. Wow. I'm gonna order something. It's the important thing right now. For anybody looking for this the stream for actual useful reasons, I'm sorry. There are days when it is, I know it's completely useless. My bad. Oh man, sports. Where's this? I went to check my Cash App earlier. There was like $30 in it. Like, wait, where did this come from? I think it's because somebody sent me money before to pay for something, and I just did it. Running like this. Why is this game running at? Oh, what? Why is it running at this frame rate? What What the hell? What? I don't understand. Not really any options here for graphics. 720p. This is lower than the Steam Deck resolution. And it's clear that, like, if you look in here, it's... This will fix it. Did not. Okay, it seems like the game is fine now. I don't understand what that first room was about. That's weird. It seemed like it was a hard lock at 40 FPS. This is bad. Signalis. I'm kind of all over the place right now. I don't really have a plan for what I was playing. So my goal was not so much retro games right now. I just wanted to test some stuff I got on the Steam Deck to see how it works. And there's games I got from like the Humble Bundle where like I own the Switch version and I haven't played the PC version at all. So I want to know if it works on the Steam Deck. I'm not there. At one point I knew what that code was. This is one of those games that when it came out, people were talking about how, like, somehow scary it was, but I don't know, I never got that vibe from it. But I never got that far either, so I could be completely wrong. It could be like once you get further in the game, it's like, oh man, this is actually terrifying. Gotta make sure I install that Atari collection on here. I had it on my SD card, but I have another SD card, which is it's in this thing here. I don't use this SD card. I realized that what I was doing is I was putting games on there. Or that's the first one that I had. So when I got a bigger one, I was like, all right, well, this way I can swap them out, or I can hook this up to here, and I can just go between the games. But if I'm not home, I never swap out the SD cards. And then somebody else had mentioned something in like Reddit where they're like, man, for the people that are out there that need like 500 terabytes of games with them at all times, like, what are you doing? Like, because you're not actually going to play any of those. You'll play some of them. For me, is like I'll install these games, I'll end up going over here and playing like Super Mario Brothers 3. So what's the point in using up all the hard drive space? It's extra weird because like, so these are the games I have on the Steam Deck right now. It's 124 games. It's already a lot. If I install anything on another SD card, realistically, I'm not gonna remember. I'm gonna like, and when you, let's see, let's go with that other Atari collection because I can install that right now because I think it's kind of small. So it's gonna tell me something. That right here. Install. It says that the game is installed on another drive that's not currently installed or not currently connected. So the thing is I'm not gonna be like, you know what? Let me go grab that SD card. I'm gonna be like, man, well, damn. I guess I'm just not gonna play that game right now. I know I deleted the stuff off of there, but still, it's just one of those things where it's like, are you actually gonna switch out SD cards that often? I know the thing I got this right here, which came with a Switch carrying case I have. This holds two SD cards. It came with four. So I could imagine if you're like, really particular about collections. Like for me, just a demonstration since I'm. So I've got, as you can see, on Steam, 2,000 something games. Whatever. I hit 1,000 and I slowed down, and then at some point I was like, you know what, whatever, just rip the band-aid off, and I started redeeming a bunch of stuff I had from Humble Bundle. Um, but at one point I went through and I was working on my collections and I put them in categories. So if this is up to date, this would be all of my fighting games. I can imagine a situation where somebody that's really organized is like, all right, I got an SD card that's full of my strategy games, fighting games, RPGs or whatever. Just pop that in. I want to play Final Fantasy VII. Pop that in. Cool. But for me, it's like I want to have a variety of stuff that I actually want to play. Um, so I have whatever installed. Like the weird wave dashing game. Anton Blast is pretty cool. The adult rhythm games apparently. The fake Jet Set Radio. I don't have just one genre. So this works for me, but again, I'm not gonna remember like I should grab the SD card because I was bringing that thing with me everywhere for a while. And then I also thought about like, man, if I lose that SD card, then what? Because they're tiny. Like there's been times I've gone to like pull out the one that's in here, pushing the other one because they're so small and they're so thin. They get if they drop on the carpet, like it's hard to find them. I can't imagine like going somewhere like say if I'm waiting in a dealership or something and I drop a card, I don't know where to go. It's just gone. So mouth washing. Look at this photograph. Time I do it makes me laugh. I think I got what I needed from here. I gotta check the back of that picture and it shows me something. There it is. I swear I put that code in earlier. We'll see. I think I went to the left instead of the right on the bottom part. Is it here? For some reason, this key card, when I saw it the first time, reminded me of like Blockbuster of all things. Um, I can go in here, or I can combine this, and that fixes the key card. Inspect it. I really need to do. Is that not where I needed that code at? I forgot where the thing's supposed to go in. Unless it got updated and it just does it automatically. It's definitely possible. This is it. This is not it. I thought You wish. I can barely get my chip card reader things to like detect. Like I can't imagine having a card that's got duct tape over the magnetic strip and somehow it still reads, even if it's the future. Come on, come on. Oh, that's right. If I had 500 terabytes, I'm pretty sure I would just attempt to get every single ROM possible. That would be my only goal. I've got. Let me see. This is what it says on this computer. 2, 3, 8. I got 8 terabytes on my computer. Um, and all I use it for is there's so many ROMs all over the place. It's ROMs and random like huge Steam games. Like I remember back when I think it was Max Payne 2 came out, and that game was like 1.4 gigs, and I was like, yo, that's huge. Like who needs that much space for a game? And now like Mortal Kombat 1, which is a game I pre-ordered, I got the super expensive version of it. That game was like 130 gigs, something dumb. I pre-ordered it, finished the story mode, and then uninstalled it because like I don't want to play this. I messed around with it like maybe one more time to try out Omni Man when he came out, and then I was done. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pick up The King in Yellow. I love that book. That's one of my favorite books of all. Actung. Actung. 39486. 6017. 436. 0106. Walk that aren't to remember our promise. Wake up. This came out, I think, last year. Maybe it was 2 years ago. I feel like it came out the same year as Resident Evil 4. Either way, it doesn't matter. It was in the years of the Resident Evil remakes. It's one of those things that's unfortunate because, from what I understand, people were saying that this was one of the best horror games that came out that year. But when you have to compete against a Resident Evil 2, 3, or 4 remake, what do? Like, you got the Dead Space remake the other year too. So then there was that game that wasn't Dead Space, whatever it's called. I need to know. I'm sure it's out there. I need to look on Rule 34 and see if this game is on there because who knows about this game? Rule 34. What a mistake. It's on there. Of course it's on there. Why wouldn't it be on there? It's giant anime ladies. Okay. What's the Silent Hill 2 remake on Rule 34? And it's just very, it's unsettling. It's whatever. It's just, I don't know what I expected to find. There's like, yep, this is about right. Bunch of like naked pyramid head. Who is this for? Who did this? Oh man, you've been selected or have elected to be relocated on Aeon to S23 Sierpinski. Located on Ling at the frontier of the solar system, S23 Sierpinski is the perfect place for a new beginning. At our prestigious blank vocational school facility, you will learn new skills to shape your future as a productive citizen of our wonderful. There is a game I have to acquire right now, or forget about it because I got a discount. It's on sale, but it's further discounted. It is Hogwarts Legacy. I hadn't bought it because it was like whatever, everybody was petitioning the game like, oh, we're not gonna play this because blah 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 blah. But then I realized that a lot of the people that said they weren't gonna play it bought the game years ago. I feel like whatever the hell is going on with what's her name, it's kind of sorted itself out. AKA Rowling. It's on Green Man Gaming for like $12. And it's a game I've had my eye on for years. And this dude I used to work with, actually. Let me send him a Happy New Year. He was the one that put it back in my mind. I see it all the time on sale on the Switch. I'm like, maybe I should get that one. Why would I do that? Oh, she said a lot. She said a lot and she digs into it, but at the same time, I feel like the fans. I don't know, man. There's all these times these petitions happen for like, oh, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do this. And I think what usually happens is people are like, oh, yeah, you know what? Everybody involved in that is not the worst person in the world. Like, the person at the top is, but the person at the top contributes the most. Like, do they? Maybe they do. They got a board of directors, too. So, she's one of those there are only two genders people. Like, I'm trans, like, and she just goes in this huge tirade about problems with all sorts of stuff, and it's like you just not say anything because the problem is to me is that I think some people identify with the characters in the series, and once you say like, oh, somebody could be like, oh, hey, I really like Dumbledore because Dumbledore is like he's like a gay icon. Okay, oh, if you make this connection between these two people, yeah, you could interpret him as being like a gay character. Okay, great. And then all of a sudden she goes in this huge thing about why gay people are like bad or something. It's like, wow, you could have said nothing. You could have said nothing and just left it alone. Wouldn't have made it better necessarily, but you could have let people enjoy the thing that they enjoy. But she has to clarify things in this way where it's like, just don't say anything. There are times when it's best just to not say anything. I learned that a long time ago from a job interview. I went to apply at this I saw a job was paying really well on it was it might have been Craigslist. This is like before everybody was on LinkedIn. And it ended up being for a life insurance company. And once I realized what it was like, oh, I was like, I don't really want to do this. The guy was like, well, shoot, like you seem like the perfect candidate. Like you'd probably be great here, but I understand. And he's like, well, you have any questions for me? And I was like, yeah. I was like, all right. So I told him, like, I noticed some of your interview strategies. Like, how do you sell stuff like that? And he told me, he's like, the best thing that you can do is when you're selling something, is you go with your sales pitch and you cut it off. If you know there's a negative, you don't say anything about it. Just stop it there. If the person asks you, then you can clarify. You know, if you have like a conscience or whatever. But he's like, you just say what you have to say to get the thing across to make it sound as good as possible, and then you can go from there. Oh man, and I've literally gone by that. Like that one thing that guy told me in that interview like 10 years ago. I was like, you know, that's probably some of the best life advice I've ever heard. I do it with people that work under me at work all the time. Like any of my, I guess I could call them my employees, as weird as that sounds. Like I will tell them straight up, like, look, I'm going to tell you the reason why you should do this, and if you ask me later, I will tell you why it doesn't work. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. This is like maybe 2011, 2012, something. Um, 0, 4, 5, 5, 1, 0, 4, 5. Okay, cool. It is not the code. I don't want to sell life insurance. It was something about the way the guy pitched it. Or, he's like, yeah, if when you make more clients, you make more money. I was like, all right. So technically, don't I need to be like harassing these people, which is what they do, to ensure that they're staying as safe as possible, so you can continue making money on them? Because if they're not hurt, you're making money. The second they get hurt, you are technically screwed over because you have to pay out. Which is why all these companies try to they're like, oh well, you sign this, but it actually doesn't cover this one specific thing. It's like, yes, it does cover if you get murdered, but not if you get murdered by a gun. So that life insurance policy, that's not covered. I'm sorry. Oh no. Star, have you seen this other anime lady? There's an access elevator to the mine shaft one level below, but you'll need an administrator's key to use it. Oh, I looked up something. I was also going to look up Ninja Blade. Remember Ninja Blade? I hope you don't. It's not even on Steam anymore. I swear that game used to be on Steam. Ninja Gaiden is on Steam. I think the Solo Leveling Season 2 movie comes... Wait, what is that? I gotta see that. What's that show? What's Secret Level? I hear that's pretty good. I got the Protect. can't get in the defective locks. Hold on a second. All right, my bad. I'm back. All right. I see this here. I must be missing something. How do I get to that center column? Because there's no module, so maybe I can't. The other game I've had my eye on for a while is Metaphor, Refantasio, whatever it's called. I'm restarting my chat on my end. I think it's gonna show up in the stream. We'll see. It'd be really funny if it does. It could. Okay, it didn't. I think it did. Cool, cool, cool. I've had my eye on that game, but the problem is that it looks so much like Persona, but I hear it's like different in a way that makes me think I might like it more. Like Persona games have always seemed cool, but when I it's partially hearing like, oh, it's 100 hours, 100 plus hours, and it takes place in like school. So every time I turn the games on, I'm like, all right, this seems cool, and it's like I don't really. The setting is different, but when all the games take place in like high school or whatever, it's not really different. Double check. There we go. I used the protector key. RB will initiate a reload. Oh, the third drawer. Nothing. All excited, thinking there's going to be something in there. Is this where I'm going? I think this is where I'm going. I want to say that. Hello. Oh, hi. How's your sex life? Yo, that's a. If that was the thing that came back to life, that thing is mutilated. Doesn't even look like a body anymore, just a pile of blood on the floor. Look, 2044512. That's the code. That's the damn immersive sim code. If you find this note, despite everything that's happened, I've come to look for you. Despite everything, it's still you. I was close. I was on to something, man. 20451. Sir. Got the classroom key. I think No More Heroes might be on Steam too. Man, there's so many games that are like good. Again, these are games that I own on Switch, which is the biggest problem I have. It's like I like to play the games on the Steam Deck. I have them on Switch, which is also a portable, but like things just look better on here. I don't know. Normal classroom things. The Taiko Drum Master game. I'm pretty sure that. Let's see if that's on sale. That game is. This game is like $60, and it's just like, why? Sure. I mean, you got to charge money for it, but like, man, $50. I would get. The problem I have with that game is that like, I don't know, like all those games, the song list, I don't know any of the songs that are in them. And then when you hear the drums will be like, and it doesn't really sound like anything. It's not like, when you used to play Rock Band back in the old day. You're playing the drums and it sounded like, you got a beat going. It just sounds like you're making noise. So the idea of me sitting here making noise on a drum that I buy and try to keep two dogs away from is crazy. I like to watch. I want to watch you go in the elevator. God, press the button for the elevator. Of course, it unlocks from the other side. I feel like there's something I'm supposed to do with the pins, but they're not moving, so. That's not it. Two. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at the keys. Like, wait, what? Why are these not moving? I need to raise this one up here one more. That should be even. There we go. I was looking at the keys things themselves or whatever, like the pins at the bottom. Supposed to be looking at the indentation of the key that's sliding in. SMRT. I mean SMART. Legal use of radio. Illegal radio expired during interrogation. Jeez, contraband found in locker. No food 3 cycles. Radio confession 2 cycles. Sanity to the state. Passed out during interrogation. Double work shift 2 cycles. Trespassing expired during interrogation. What the hell? What is this? So I need to equip that first. Let's try the same code. 0. It's not. Got that. This is fine. This is also playable. Agree. I haven't even tried loading this yet. I don't. Does not really feel like messing around with Fallout. That's an investment game right there. Let's load this finally. Whatever, man.
sense suffering here, Spirit. Do you need help?
You know nothing of suffering. This is my home, my village. Turn back, Spirit Guide.
I saw him here somewhere. Where did he go?
Hi there.
find some more rot. Say it hard with a hard T. Wow, look at that. There's something about playing some games like this where I see a mechanic and I'm like, oh, I wonder if that one game is on sale. So now, not that it has anything to do with double jumps, but I guess because of the rot, I'm thinking about Shadow Man. $6.99. That was really funny when they brought that out. They did the re-release, and I don't know who that's for. Shadow Man Remastered. If you don't remember Shadow Man, I want to say, I don't know if that was Acclaim or Activision, but the the PR stunt they pulled was they were like, hey, we'll give you, it was like, we'll give you $1,000 if you if I think it was like, if there's anybody in your family that has passed away and you take their tombstone and you rename it to Shadow Man, we'll give you $1,000. That company isn't around anymore. I'm pretty sure that was an Acclaim stunt. Oh man, there's so many weird PR stunts. There was like the Homefront thing that happened a long time ago.
There she is. Run.
Or I think with Homefront, it was they had put a bunch of like red balloons that were going to fly over like the San Francisco Bay, but they got over the bay and then they popped and caused a huge like ecological issue. When this was like this, I thought that was a weird bridge. You can see that, right? That stick that's in that tree? When it lines up just right, it looks like it's something else there. Like it looks like something I should be able to, like a tightrope type thing.
Hi, Benny.
Oh, it's the two kid things. I get it.
Run quick.
What? Is this in a treasure chest? That's another one. That's 4. Need one more. If I got the first one here, the other one should be past this point, I'd imagine. Man, where do I go? Everything looks the same, so it's hard telling if I've been somewhere or not. Is this the same chest? It's the same chest. Alright. We'll just go down towards that stuff. The last one? We needed 5, I think. That's it. I have no control right now. That's no bueno. I seem to have broken the game. That's fine, whatever. Whatever. It was cute while it lasted. Alright, let's see. This game was really cool. This game was really cool. I just want to see it again, man. Okay. A load game. Oh no, my saves are gone. You know what? Let's do this. I know what I did and I know why I did it, but whatever. My dad laughed and said my imagination was playing tricks on me. My witch was just a shadow. No matter what he said, I could not or would not be convinced. The cave was special. When I was a kid, every new place we went to was special. Everything had this wild sense of mystery and adventure. I miss that. Long days at the office bleeding into one another. Short weekends spent on the couch doing nothing but recovering from work stress. If this is your first time, you must see our spa, recently reopened. Going to change here. There's no place in the world more special than Hinterberg. Hey, what's up? I'm still hopping between random games. Just a heads up. 25 magical dungeons right in the middle of the Alps. The media called it an elaborate hoax at first, and a mass hallucination. It's time. Welcome to the club. This is some shit. I don't understand. I don't understand why this happens to me, man. I am the one that walks the dogs, and the dogs come in my room and are like, I'm gonna pee on your floor. Oh, man. Alright. Hang on a second, I gotta clean this up. My cousin's dog is in the house with us because their house caught on fire. It's getting remodeled. And that dog never was trained. Just picked up that habit. Took me forever to train him to not do it, and then now he's back to doing it again because if the other dog does it, he'll do it. All right, hold on. Alright, my bad. Got all that cleaned up. I got that cleaned up and then I got a phone call asking for something else, so here we are. Yeah, man, Steam Deck is, it's the versatility, I think, that makes it so, like, special. It's the fact that you can play a lot. You can't play everything, but you can play a lot of stuff. But it's also like, you know, it's not the smallest thing. It's definitely not the smallest thing, but it's portable. You got the dock option. Like, the screen feels great to me. I think the D-pad, I like the D-pad on the Steam Deck personally better than the Xbox or probably the PlayStation controller. I don't like the Xbox one because the controller, the current D-pads for the past 2 generations have been kind of clicky. Like, you hear the button clicks, and then the PlayStation D-pads are like squishy in a weird way. You got the trackpads, you got the rear buttons, you also got the touchscreen. It's great. And if you use a dock, like I've got one of the cheaper ones from Amazon, you can use an extension cord or whatever, and you can like use the dock, but you can also play using the Steam Deck as your controller, which you cannot do with the Switch. Like, once you put a Switch in the dock, you can't do anything to the screen. Like this, I'm pressing the buttons on the actual Steam Deck right now, which is fantastic. I don't have to do that, it's just an option. But it's really cool if you're playing, you know, a strategy game. You're like, I can't click here. You can use that, and if you don't want to use the trackpads or you don't want to use a regular controller. I didn't get the official dock. I cannot speak to that one, but like the third-party docks I've used have all been pretty good. There's other stuff actually. You know what? Since this is a Steam game, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna actually play this. What we'll do is we will go into, let's see. So, of course, if you get, you know, emulation station or whatever set up, like that's always there. So those are cool because ROMs are great. Like, I bought Chrono Trigger clearly. I wanted to have cloud save support, and I wanted to see, you know, whatever new features they added to that version, because it's been a game I've been considering buying on Steam forever. It's great. That right there, like, I can play some of those games on my phone now because Dolphin is, you know, runs really well. But it's just really cool to be able to, you know, play that on there. And for me, it's like you play it on the handheld, and the screen is like, it's, what is it, like 7 inches or whatever? Like, it's a pretty decent sized screen. But then you can, once you get the dock in, you can hook up to the TV too, and you can do that almost anywhere. And everything runs way better than you'd expect. Like, all these other, like, the Anbernic handhelds and stuff like that, like, some of them run GameCube games, but they're not going to run them as well as the Steam Deck is. I cannot speak to the games that are, or the stuff that's above, like the Odin Pro and all those, like the $700 Windows handhelds, because I'm not going to spend that much money on those. But the Steam Deck, for what it is, like, it works really well. GeForce Now, if you have that, if you have an account with that, like, I think that's a good thing to have on here. But Heroic Games Launcher, you can use that to play stuff that's not on Steam. It's weird because you have to redo the controls and stuff, but this is the games I have from GOG specifically that are installed. It also pulls up stuff that I've got on Epic. I filter it, I believe. Got how to pain trying to navigate this menu because it tries to go down. That's fine, whatever. That's epic. That's epic. Being epic. But yeah. I just think it's cool that all this stuff even exists, and that you can do any of this here. For me, I've been trying to get these two to work. These actually work now, but I don't remember where the controls are. There is that Soul Reaver collection that came out, and I keep thinking about getting it, but I realize what I actually want to play is I just want to play, well, I can't figure out where I'm at. The menu. There we go. Library. Stuck in settings. There we go. There we go. Maybe. I keep thinking about getting the Soul Reaver collection, but I remember that game had this weird thing where you had to push a lot of blocks around, and it's not the fastest thing. And when you played it back in the day, it was annoying. To me, it was annoying back then. But every time I've gone back to play that game, like every other year, and I'm like, let me go back to Soul Reaver because that game is awesome. Once I have to kick a block, I don't want to play it anymore. Like my interest just stops. But yeah, I really wish Legacy of Kain was in that collection, the first one. Blood Omen. The weird Ve Victus. Launching. Playing stop. It's cool that this works, but this thing here can be a huge headache. Just getting it to work at all. And once you get it to work, it's like you figuring out the controls for different games, and you know, if you want to use the universal controls or if you want to try to get controls for specific games and setting those up. But you can do it again, which is cool. And to me, that's one of like the legacy benefits of the Steam controller. People hated on that controller, but once you use the controller and when you adapt it to do what you want it to do, it's a really cool controller. I feel like all that stuff led to, you know, custom button layouts and stuff that you can share with the community. Silicon Knights. Think about them all the time now.
There is a magical operation of maximum importance. The initiation of a new Aeon. When it becomes necessary to utter a word, the whole planet must be bathed in blood.
One of my favorite things about old cutscenes is the fact that everybody's always animating. Like they can't sit still because they want to show you the animation.
Call your dogs! They can feast on your corpses!
Bonked him in the head.
For fulfilling the circle mallet of the Satafan, you are hereby damned. The pleasures of the flesh are no longer yours. You have but one purpose, damned warrior. You will serve us for eternity.
It's crazy. There have been other games in the past that I've like ordered and waited like weeks for, but the shipping time on the Steam Deck is just like, it's so quick. Oh man. It's so weird.
Tavern's closing. Best be on your way, stranger. What? No mug of ale for a weary traveller from distant Corhagen? I can reward you well, for I am of noble blood. I stay open for no man in these dark times. Things come with the night that no sane man would welcome. And so I left, cold of heart and soul, forced to the road and the long, bitter night. That's him!
Changed the course of the series.
Hey, Victor!
Yeah, what if it was like honest? What happens? You defeat the enemies here, and all of a sudden, Kane never becomes a vampire. Series is done.
They, Victus. Suffering to the conquered. Ironic that now I was the one suffering. Not anything as pedestrian as physical pain, rather the cruel jab of
I
impotent
guess I should
anger,
sell these cards I have.
the hunger for revenge. I didn't care if I was in heaven or hell.
It's so annoying doing
All I
it.
wanted was to kill my assassin. Sometimes you get what you
I
wish
have
for.
10 foil cards.
The necromancer Mortanius offered me a chance for vengeance, and like a fool, I jumped at his offer without considering the cost.
209, holy smokes.
Nothing is free, not even revenge.
You will have the blood you hunger for.
I awoke to the pain of a new existence, in a dank womb of darkness and decay.
Oops, all vampires. When I played this game back in the day, I was like, man, this looks so cool. And every time I see it now, I'm like, I don't know what I thought looked cool about this. This is the strangest menu system.
The sanctuary spell enables me to travel to my crypt, where the soil of my grave provides me respite. I often resort to this when I am weak and need nourishment.
I don't know why the game is running so slow, but yeah, yeah, man. I think is really cool. The gift that keeps giving. Like every time I think, like, you know what, I'm gonna switch back to something else. I'm gonna play on the PC. I'm like, I could just go play on my Steam Deck. And then for the games that don't run, having a GeForce Now account. I bought a Chromecast Ultra because I was like, you know what, I want to be able to play some of these games at like high resolutions, and I realized like, oh, you can, if you hook a Steam Deck up to a dock that can output the resolution, you can stream stuff at 4K. You can't run it natively at 4K because that would be crazy. But like this, for example, like I know this game does not run on here on the Steam Deck natively. No, I did not select Guilty Gear. I'm pretty sure I have Indiana Jones highlighted. Thank you very much. The bandwidth and stuff is crazy. I'm using AT&T fiber. I got a pretty good connection, like up and down. But I've never really spent a ton of time with this. I believe as of today, they've implemented their weird limits where you can only play, it's up to a certain amount of time a month. I feel like it's 100 hours, but it might be less, way less than that. Another thing that can help is one of the docks I have, the main one that I have downstairs that I don't get to use anymore. It's got an Ethernet port, so if I'm doing this or if I'm downloading something to it, like just doing that can be way faster than playing over Wi-Fi. I'll have a better connection to this too. And this works pretty good. I've been trying to convince people at my job that are into games, want to try out PC gaming. I was like, you guys should make a Steam account and get GeForce Now. You can play some basic games on your PC or your laptop, I'm sure, but if you want to play newer stuff, buy it. Like, GeForce Now is a good option to me. This is still first player. Anyway. Let's see how this runs. Alright, I haven't played this game since they did their big update. I played it Geometry Dash using Google remote on Steam Deck automatically sets controls for control. Yeah, that's one of the things about Steam. Steam is like, man, I feel like a lot of that stuff happened again because of the Steam controller. It's like they might not be making anymore, but to me the legacy of that thing's still definitely around. I only loaded this just to demonstrate that this even works.
Ehi! Shh, piano. Qui non siamo in pericolo, amico mio. A meno che i morti decidano di tornare.
Non sappiamo cosa c'è qui sotto.
So, whatever. We're gonna cut that off. But I'm gonna go and I don't know what fighting games I have installed, because usually fighting games are the ones that do the most for me with this stuff. I don't like Injustice. Like, I don't like playing Injustice. I think it looks cool, but I cannot stand playing those games. I don't have any Street Fighter games installed right now. I've got the collection. Marvel. Let's say I have a character I like using a certain button layout with. You can go in here and you can hit this, and you can see these, like, you know, these are the templates that they have. You can also make your own template, but you can go here, and then people make certain layouts. And then on top of that too, if you're like, well, I don't see anything I like here, you can press X. GeForce Now is fine. It works great. It works better if you have a wired connection or you've got a really good internet connection, but it works really, really, really good. There's certain games even on PC that I might not feel like having installed, like say Call of Duty, and I'll just play the GeForce Now because I don't feel like wasting, you know, 180 gigs. But yeah, you can go in here and you can download any of these layouts if you want to. And then that way, if you want to have options, like later on, you can go in there and like swap stuff out. It's really cool. Really cool. And it shows you what kind of device they are too. That's a, what is that, a PS4 controller? This is like a Steam controller, but this is just set up for a fight stick in general. So if you ever end up with like a Quanba fight stick, you can just use that, you can download that and save it, and then if you hook it up, it just works. Me, I just use the default controls for most of these. I'll use the default controls for regular stuff, playing on a controller, and then if I'm using a fight stick, I'll switch to whatever arcade layout there is. But sometimes for some games, instead of going through and changing the controls in game, I will change them in Steam and save that as like a bind so I can just drop it into another game. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me for now, because I think I need to walk my dog. He just came on the hallway and he's whining a bunch. I don't really use, all I use desktop mode for honestly was setting up emulators. Once I had that set up, I had that, and I think the Heroic desktop launcher, I barely use it. I used it recently to move a file from a USB stick into a folder, but usually I just do everything through here. Yeah, honestly, it's just mostly emulation stuff, and once this is set up in here, like, you don't even really need to go back to desktop mode much. Because a lot of these things, like if I launch this, it's just going to open that up. I think this is picking this up over the network, yeah. I had Mugen installed at one point with some custom Mortal Kombat game, but I think I formatted that drive a while ago, and then I put more stuff on top of it. But yeah, I don't know, man. I would just say mess around with it a bit, see what you can do, and then use. I'm gonna put this site in here. I'm gonna put a space in case it gets filtered out. Proton. That site there, and I think the other one is. I'm gonna see. The two sites I go to the most are for Steam Deck stuff is there, and whoa. Steam Deck HQ will review games from the perspective of like how does this run in the Steam Deck, and then Proton DB is cool because if you have a game like this right here, BlazBlue, that's like not supported, it'll tell you what to do to get it to run, and it also ranks the games like separately. Like for Steam, it'll be not supported. For them, they'll be like, oh, if you use this version of Proton, you can get the game to run. If you use this version of Proton, it'll fix the videos, but maybe something else is an issue. Yeah, those two sites right there have helped me a ton. There's a bunch of weird YouTube channels out there. I try to find... My advice would be to try to find the YouTube channels that do actual like footage. They don't even have to talk. It's probably best if they don't talk when they review the games for the Steam Deck, because if you notice, you'll have a game like, say, let's say Arma 2 Arrowhead. It says it's partially supported, but if you look at like their review and their footage or whatever, like a YouTube channel, you can see like, oh, is this actually playable? Because for them, they might be like, yeah, it runs totally fine. For you, you might turn it on and be like, this game runs at 15 frames per second and none of the buttons work right. And you look in the forums and it's just people making the same complaint. It's like, oh, they did say this in what's it called? But there's other games again that aren't supported that definitely do work. You might have to make a small change, but you know, they'll be fine. It's weird. I've got this PC with the 4070 10700, and one of the games I got earlier this year was looking for. I'm trying to think of what it's called. Or I guess my bad. Last year. As weird as that is to say. Oh, what is the name of that game? I'm gonna type in the number 2 and it's gonna pop up. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I feel like I went too far. Dungeon Fighter Online. What is the name of that game? So, GeForce now has a free tier, but it limits what you can do, and I think you also get put into a queue. If you pay for it, you get better performance. They also have their ultimate tier, which lets you stream at 4K and I think up to like 144 hertz or something. You get more if you pay for it, but you can try it out for free. I would say try it out for free, see how it runs for you. Try it out for free with a game that like nobody's really playing right now, and see how it runs. I could honestly, if like Skyrim's on there, you could probably try out Skyrim, because I'm pretty sure everybody's still on Elden Ring and like Marvel Rivals and stuff. What is that game? I'm going to look it up. There it is. There it is. I don't know why I couldn't think of the name of the game. I was like, I know it starts with a D, but I couldn't remember what the next letter was. There you go. Dragon's Dogma 2. Not supported. Before it came out, people were kind of like, is it going to be supported or not? And when you see the videos, like the footage of the game, it's like, this doesn't look all that great. It is not supported. You will see people on Proton DB to this day trying to figure out, like, oh, I got to run at 25 to 30 frames per second, which is useful to know. They'll also mention, like, oh, if this update comes out and it breaks the game, because sometimes if you're messing around with something like, why isn't it working? And then it's a problem for everybody. And the game could be supported, but patch broke it. But yeah. Anyway, though. So I'm going to go walk my dog, because he just came in here a second ago and he's already barking. So hope you have a good night. Happy 2025, and I will see you later.